met, and welcome back to The Brave and the Kobolds. Last time you were mostly exploring the town square, sort of the center of the town of Olaros. The jail was.
We nearly got arrested.
You nearly got arrested, but the guards were understanding. You found out a little bit more information about the gang of youths who you are sort of pursuing.
Noki found a snake.
Noki found two snakes. Two sad little snakes. Two sad human children, I should specify, just in case anybody's confused. The younger sibling has had their toy stuffed owlbear stolen again by this, you presume, well, most likely by this gang of youths. Zaffre was in the Tipsy Shrimp, which is the local tavern, and just saw a hooded and cloaked figure clutch at something at their chest and then bolt out the door. Noki and Ag sort of both ended up just outside the Church of Kovinda. Ag went in to do a little bit of conversion. I don't know.
Education.
No, education.
Yes. And in the meantime, Meeza was entertaining a group of sort of children, ostensibly to sort of try and find one child in particular, Demo, who the two children, the brother and sister you're trying to help, told you might know something about this gang of youths. And so Meeza went off to put on a little show to attract the attention of children, and then kind of got sort of swept up in it, and was now being educated in etiquette by a gang of kids. So Ag is still in the church. Zaffre is still in the tavern. Noki and Meeza are at the church steps, and Noki has seen Demo. Demo is in the audience, has been watching Meeza at work. Noki, what do you want to do?
I was just gonna wait until X coming back out to do something about. I want to say Demo, but it's not.
Demo.
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 Very close. I'm just gonna keep a lookout on him and really just focus on him if he goes anywhere or stuff.
Okay. He's sort of at the back of this little crowd of children. He seems to be sort of losing interest, and he sort of takes something out of his pocket, and it's like a small spinny thing, a little spinning top, and he's just sort of playing with it. Moving to Ag, who is in the church. You've just had a conversation with Maya, the resident cleric.
Yes, it went very well.
Yes.
Yes.
It certainly did to your understanding went very well. She has left. She's sort of gone off into a side room. I guess you were at the altar, and there were some people there who were worshipping, who shushed you, and then they sort of got back to their prayers.
Is there a place where they make sacrifices or give sacrifice, or what do we call it? Give tidings.
Yeah, or tithes or things like that. Yeah, sacrifices would be a bit oof.
It has a bit of a connotation, doesn't it?
Probably off to the side there is. Let me think. I think it would be a box, like an alms box, but it's not got a coin slot. It's not. It doesn't look like it's for money. It's sort of almost like a chest. You probably see somebody. I'd say it's like a little family. There's some parents and a small child, and the small child is holding like a very poorly carved wooden thing. Mm-hmm. You can't really tell what it's supposed to be. It's like a weird amorphous shape, but this little child looks very proud of it, and they will look at their parents, and then they'll open the chest, and they'll put this carved object inside the chest.
Yes. This is
The,
acceptable.
the child looks at you and just sort of stares.
Did you make this?
Oh. Yes, I made it.
Well done. I
Oh,
am
thank
sure
you.
Kovinda would appreciate it.
Oh, I
It's not
hope so
very
too.
shiny though.
Oh, maybe I should have put some polish and lacquer on it. He's going to like reach back into the box to try and
Oh
get
no,
it back out.
no. You
No?
did a very good job.
Oh, thank you.
Next time,
Mm.
shinier.
Have you made something to put in Kovinda's box?
No, but now that you mention it, while I'm here, and I sort of go through my bag.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what kind of things I have. I am going to make a quick drawing.
What do you draw?
A dragon.
You're gonna draw Kovinda.
Yes, I'm going to do a portrait of Kovinda.
Okay.
It's not a great drawing.
Well, I mean, you could roll.
What would I roll?
I don't know, performance? How
That's
good is this?
20.
My good, it is a work of art.
It's a very nice drawing of a dragon next to a forge, breathing fire onto it. And then above it, make a little arrow. This is what Kovinda looks like. And I put it in the box.
I think that this small child caught a quick glimpse of your work and said, "Oh, that's really good. How did you learn to draw so good?"
Well, I am quite old. I've had a lot of time to practice. Are you Demo?
No. Demo Capalis?
Yes.
I think he might be outside. He's usually outside. I don't think he comes in here very often. I think he's probably outside. Like on the steps.
He doesn't worship?
I don't know. I don't see him in here that often.
Do you know if he's a thief?
A thief?
Or he allies himself with thieves?
I don't think so.
Very well.
No.
Goodbye, child.
Okay, but bye, tiny dragon. And
She sort of hears that and goes,
Are you exiting the church?
yes.
Cut to Meeza.
I have been coerced into doing magic again, so I'm sitting there, I'm doing the magics.
Could you roll me a perception, please?
Is the 10?
It's just the sort of the bare minimum that you would need to notice another kobold. You do notice the unmistakable, fungally adorned purple head of your companion Noki, who's just a few feet away. She appears to be really looking at someone.
Can I?
Like one of the children is really studying him.
Can I see, now that I know that she's kind of found him, can I now see which one is Demo or?
You can sort of follow her gaze, and you you can see that there's a small child that's not paying attention to you, but is sort of playing with something on the ground.
Okay, little hatchling at the back. Yes, you little boy. Little, I think you're a boy. Yes, you. Yes. Would you like to come up here? Yes. Would you like to come up here and help me with a trick? Oh, come on, everybody. Give him a round of applause. He wants to come up. Come on. Yay.
So, some of them clap. Some of them have started just looking at their feet. A lot of them are quite young, so they've just sort of started rolling around.
I point at Noki and I go, Noki, why don't you help him up here?
How small is a child compared to me?
He's a little bit shorter than you.
Still gonna try it. I'm gonna
Oh,
try
no.
and lift him up as much as I can and kind of get him towards Meeza.
Oh no.
Hey!
Oh,
Hey!
no.
What are you doing?
It's okay. It's gonna be fun.
I think it's going to have to be a strength contest, which is not something I expected
I
to have to
didn't think
do.
I didn't think Noki was gonna do this, but okay. Oh, you got this, Noki.
Where do I? Oh no.
Okay, well,
Okay, you gotta be the 4. You can do it.
I
Come on.
think. Do it.
okay, you are just able to forcibly lift up this wriggling child,
The
and
feet are this far from
yeah,
the
it's-
ground.
what's going on?
It's fun. It's just gonna be a little bit of magic. You're gonna be okay.
Can you let go?
Sure. And I pat him back down.
Who are you?
I'm Meeza, and that's Noki.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name, little hatchling?
I'm Demo.
It's very nice to meet you, Demo. Would you
Yeah.
like to help me with a magic trick?
Are you gonna like cut me in half or something?
No. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I promise.
What do I need to do?
Okay, so I want you to stand right there, like that.
Okay.
This is gonna be a really bad idea.
Okay, I don't
Okay,
like that.
here we
I don't
go.
like the way this is going.
Here we go. So I'm gonna take out my water skin, and
Mhm.
I'm going to ask him to sort of cup his hands like this. Yes, very good, very good. And now I'm gonna pour a little bit of water into your hands. You gotta keep them cupped really tight so it stays in there, okay? So I pour a little water into his hands. And then I want you to say the magic words, which is please and thank you. And when you say those words, the water is gonna heat up and then cool down really quickly.
Okay. Please and thank you.
And I'm going to use prestidigitation, and I'm going to use the ability that I can heat the liquid and rapidly chill it, and that's the magic trick.
He opens his hands and he just
Look,
the wood.
everyone, he's magic. He did so well. Give him a round of applause.
Two children clap. Most of the children have left.
Oh shoot. Well,
I mean,
fair enough. Like kids have a really, really short attention span.
wow, I did actually feel it get a little bit warm there, and then it got
I
a bit
know
chilly.
you're so good.
I didn't do that. You did that.
No, you helped me. You're magic too. Hey,
Hmm.
do you want to help me and my friend here even more? We could really use a really smart hatchling like yourself.
Oh, well, I suppose. What do you need? What do you
Well,
need help with?
we heard that you have a brother, a big brother, right? Or little brother.
Oh, yeah.
Big brother?
Yeah, Mino.
Mino, man, you're fam. Okay. Well, now we heard, and I bet you're so clever. I bet you hear all the things, right?
I do. Yeah.
You do, yes. Okay.
It's I'm small, so I can sort of keep out of the eyesight, and I just hear everything.
I understand that. I'm small too.
Is
But
Mino in trouble? Is Mino
no,
in trouble
well,
again?
okay. Now, has he been in trouble before? Is Mino a troublemaker?
No, it's and sometimes people, his friends get him into trouble.
Is it a misunderstanding? Because I've had a lot of those in my life. I could understand where Mino is coming from.
I don't know if it's a misunderstanding.
Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. Do you know where Mino is right now? Do you know where he hangs out with his friends?
I don't think you'd like his friends very much. They can be a bit mean, but
well, here's the thing. I can tell that you care about your brother a lot, right?
I do.
A lot. Well, but you don't like it when he gets in trouble because of these bad friends, right?
No, I don't.
Well, we want to make sure that Mino never gets in trouble ever again. Okay? And well,
Okay.
unless of course it's you and him, and it's a sibling thing. I don't have siblings, but I have some friends. Well, I do have siblings. I mean, okay, but you know what I mean.
What's
right?
this? What's a sibling?
Your brother is a sibling. Like you
Oh,
have the same.
I thought he was a human.
So, but what I would like, we have to
Hmm.
wait. I have two more friends. I don't know where they are. Noki, do you know where Egg and Zaffre went?
I know Egg went inside the temple.
Okay.
I don't know where Zaffre is.
Okay. Well, we're gonna wait for Egg because Egg knows everything. Egg is like super smart. So is Zaffre. So I don't even really know why I'm the one concocting this plan because it doesn't make sense to me.
No. If I could be honest, I have just met you, but it does feel a little bit out of character.
It does. I'm so, but I was told that you know you are the one we needed to find your brother so we could stop these bad people.
I know that they have a place in the woods, but I don't know where exactly in the woods. Mino can't tell me because I'm not in the gang. But he says they go to the woods. There's a special hideout in the woods.
Can we get into the gang?
Yeah, do you think we can get into the club? Do you think we could get into the gang? That's a really good idea, Noki.
I don't know. I think they were just a bunch of friends, and then they started calling themselves the Red Herrings. I don't think anybody joined. I think it's always just been them.
Okay, well, here, let's wait for my friend Egg to come out, and you can tell Egg all of this stuff, and then Egg will come up with a better plan because I'm sure that Egg can totally do that better than me, or even Zaffre. If we find Zaffre has the best plans.
While sort of you, we'll do a very quick cut, and Zaffre, you are in the Tipsy Shrimp. You notice this shadowy looking figure just a few tables away from you, clutch almost as if it was in pain to their chest, look around a bit furtively, and then run out the door.
And I believe I was just given some food or something to try as well.
You were given some bread because that's what you could afford. But the lady who runs this this tavern did give you some like dips to go with the bread. So you'd been tucking into this meal when you noticed that this figure sort of run out.
Okay. He'll just stuff the rest of it in his face. Because you can't waste it. Right? That would be disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
But he has to go now. So he's just stuffing it all in his face.
What about the dips?
Oh, those two. Like he's gonna shove the bread in and then just tip the sauce bowls.
You're like little rubbish bins. You're just like a flip top bin. It's like okay, grass, marmalade, bread, anything.
and thank you, and then follow this person out and watch them.
Are you keeping some distance? How are you going about it?
Well, I think he wants to offer help, if they look kind of hurt. But he's also very suspicious, so I think he'll keep a distance. Yeah, I think he'll keep a little bit of a distance.
You're both out of the tavern, and you see this figure go right, and then right again, and it seems as if they're sort of ducking behind this building. They're sort of going into a narrow passage which is on the side of this building. If you roll stealth with advantage, because you're keeping the distance and you're quite small and it's busy, so there's lots of noise.
Ooh, 22.
Okay, so you you creep almost soundlessly behind this shadowy figure who walks about sort of halfway down this alley, which is deserted. There are some crates. So to a human, it would appear to be where maybe some of the stock for the tavern is unloaded or loaded. To you, it's just this long passage, quite dark, and just some boxes lying around. And this figure stops halfway down, and then they crouch down to the ground, and they start sort of moving around. You can't tell from where you are what exactly they're doing, but
He just watches them very carefully. He's gonna stay where he is because they're clearly, something's about to happen. So he'll just sit and watch.
Probably a few minutes pass. It seems to be that this person is doing something quite complicated. And I think probably just before you start to get the inkling that maybe you should either approach or leave. Just then you see not a sudden flash of light, but a very sort of slow pulsating glow come up from the ground where this person has been doing whatever it is they've been doing. And it's like a shaft of light, like a column of light streams up from the ground in front of this person who gets up to their full height, and they seem to sort of bow, and then they're sort of muttering something, but from where you are, you can't hear exactly what they're saying, what the specific words they're saying, but you get the feeling that they're muttering something.
Weird. This is one of the weirdest things he's ever seen. He has no idea what to make of this. This is just weird. Are you talking to light? What? What is going on? What kind of nonsense is this? I think he wants to maybe try and get a little bit closer.
I think you can creep up to a crate, and you're hiding behind a crate. And from here, you can sort of hear. It sounds. Some of the words sound a little bit similar to Draconic.
Huh.
So your native sort of your first language, and it seems to be like a chant, almost like a prayer. And quite suddenly, in this the shaft of light, this column of light, grows a little bit dimmer because a very tall sort of figure, like a shadowy figure, materializes at its center. It's almost as if they ascended out of the ground, and now they're sort of towering over this hooded and cloaked figure. And you
spooking him a little bit, but
okay.
He's gonna, set his jaw and toughen up because he's a knight. He's a knight, and knights face monstrosities like this, and they win. And he just sort of, pats his trusty sword at his side, reassures himself that it's okay.
The figure in the column of light doesn't move, but you hear a voice that is. It's like several voices speaking at once. But at the same time, it's all the same voice. It's as if there's a sort of an echo within an echo, which I can't reproduce.
Oh no!
As a mortal man, I can't reproduce right now, but I can. Do you have it? And the cloaked figure rummages around in their robes, and produces a very small glass vial containing some sort of glimmering red powder.
That's the spice that we're supposed to get back.
And the figure in the column of light, the column of light splits like a curtain, and you see a very large, completely armored hand, like a gauntlet, and it's just made of these incredibly sharp talon-like segments of metal, and they are gleaming. They are the shiniest metal. It's like white silver. It's incredibly shiny. And
he's got those like anime eyes with the with the big sparkles in them, because he's just like
this hand splits the light like a curtain, and it just sort of extends and holds perfectly motionless, and this hooded figure places the vial of spices into the gauntleted hand, which quickly just sort of snaps closed, returns into the column of light, and the column of light vanishes. Hail and well met. Today, we're shining the spotlight on LEFTY Games. LEFTY Games create marvelous modular magnetic terrain tiles with settings ranging from dungeons and outdoor environments to caverns and taverns. Each detailed tile has a magnet inside, which allows for the pieces to easily stick together on a magnetic whiteboard or thin metal sheet, and makes putting together a custom dungeon, building, or entire board so much easier. Head over to their website, Etsy store, or various social media pages to find out more. Links to all of these are included in the video description below. And there's just the hooded figure standing there, who sort of bows again. Now that you're closer, now that this light has gone, and you're not so blinded by it, you can see that on the ground there is a sort of a series of markings, a series of concentric circles and spirals which have been marked out in chalk or something like that. And there's sort of steam coming off of it in wispy curls.
Probably one of those magic things. I don't know what that stuff is, but he's gonna wait. Is the figure gonna leave? Do they look like they're getting ready to leave?
They mutter a bit to themselves. They seem to be chanting again.
Mhm.
And then very quickly they start sort of scuffing out the symbols that they've drawn on the ground with their shoe. They're sort of just scuffing it out.
Once they start doing that, I want to pick up a rock or a bit of garbage, bit of glass or something like that. And I want to toss it back to the entrance, toward the entrance of the alley. Like, I want to try and distract them from their, while they're erasing it.
You do that, and it makes a clattering noise. And yeah, this figure suddenly is very, very on alert. Snaps round. Who's there?
My idea is I'm hoping to startle them into leaving without completely destroying what they've left.
They will take a couple of steps towards where the sound came from, so towards you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll wait, and then they'll return to their symbol, and then you'll see them take a crate and quite with a seemingly an enormous amount of effort, they're sort of dragging it to cover up this thing that they've drawn.
Okay.
And that it takes them a while. you tell me what you're while they're doing this. What are you planning? What are you thinking of doing?
Okay, he's gonna make a mental note of where it is, because they're covering it up. So he's gonna make a note of like landmarks and how far down the alley it was, and everything like that. So he can find that spot again. And then he wants to kind of slink back toward the entrance of the alley and get out.
Okay.
Because he figures they're just gonna do this and then leave. So
yeah,
he doesn't need to stick around anymore.
Once you are back in the sunlight and with all the sort of people, what's your next move?
I think he wants to go find the group.
I think probably Zaffre, you would go to the middle of the square,
Mhm.
realize nobody's there, and we could say you sort of wander around
Until I find
until you see Meeza and Noki. You recognize them because they're one of the few creatures as colorful and the same height as you. So
at this time, has Egg joined us as well?
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're all Ag, Meeza, and Noki are at these steps. I think probably Ag has just arrived as well. So Ag and Zaffre are coming towards the steps from opposite directions, and you all meet up in the middle, and it's lovely. Run towards each other.
Oh, look, my friends are back. Look what Noki found. I point to Demo.
Hello.
Excellent. Very good. You should join us. We need to visit the guards immediately.
But I thought we were gonna go find. I'm so confused. Why?
I have discovered something. We need to find the guards immediately.
Is it about the thingy?
Yes.
Okay. I like how you just know what I'm talking.
Very specific.
It's not like we have a lot going on.
Yeah,
that's true. We don't have a lot of thingies.
Sure.
Are we taking the hatchling too?
I have to go home.
Okay.
Well, what if I go so we know where this Demo lives so we can come and get him later?
All right.
And he can take us.
I don't want to go in. I don't know where the hideout is. I just know it's somewhere in the woods.
In the woods. We will discover it then, and he'll just.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna go look at Demo and I'm gonna be like, can I just escort you home so then we know where your brother lives in case we have to ask him about the hideout, please?
I mean, okay.
Or you can just tell me like I wouldn't know about street names because they don't have that, so I can't. Or you can know. I don't want to. You don't seem okay. Yeah, just show me where you live.
I don't.
Please, little child, show us where you live.
And I will come back for you later.
Oh no.
Mom, I met like 4 lizards who wanted to know where I live.
They asked me where I live. This innocent child would just tell, "Oh, I live above the florist. Sell flowers. It's the flower shop.
I don't know what a florist. I'm following him. He's like taking off. I'm going. I'm going off.
I'm holding back Meeza.
Okay.
No, I need to go after him. But if there's more than one florist, we don't know what that is.
I will set Meeza's mind at rest. Demo literally just runs to the opposite side of the square and goes up to a door. You can see the door.
Okay, never mind. I'm good.
Okay, excellent. Moving on. You fast travel to the guardhouse.
Wait, is this the same one that we got arrested in?
Yes, it's the only one.
Yeah. So Zaffre gets there first because he marched quickly in front of everybody.
Yes.
Obnoxiously. And he like just marches right in the door and he goes right up to the desk and he says, "I have important information regarding the red herrings and the stolen goods."
Chief Garrett is there and he sort of just stands up and he slams his hands on the table and says, You're a loose cannon, Zaffre. You can't just come in it. No, he doesn't. You can't take the law into your own hands. No, he's actually just he's reading a book, and he sort of puts the book down. He says, "Oh, hello there. You've got some information then."
Yes, I witnessed one of the stolen items being handed over.
Right. Would this be from one of the wee bairns, the wee kids, the red herrings?
It must have been that must have been the person in the hood who gave the items away. Must have been the red herrings, but I couldn't see who they were. They had clothing over their heads. But I saw some strange creatures and some magic. I can show you.
I was gonna say we'll just say you recount everything you've seen, but what do you mean by how are you gonna show? Do you have puppets? What are you gonna?
No, he means the alley where it happened. I can show you the evidence of the magic.
I thought you were gonna
like
reenact.
he's just gonna like reenact the entire thing.
Do you have a torch?
Okay, that he might do, but no, he would recount the whole thing in his very factual manner.
You see, that's a bit sounds a bit strange to me, because these red herrings, they're not ones for concealment. They're usually quite out in the open, quite brazen about their activities. You know, they're almost flaunting it.
We found out that one of their hideouts is in the woods.
Oh,
I imagine at this point, like, we're coming in and I'm hearing the name Red Herring, and I'm just sort of like offering up this information.
Gosh darn it, Meeza, you're a loose cannon. You can't just storm in here in my office. No, I'm just joking with you. It's all right. Right. So in the woods, you say? Well,
we don't know where, but we have somebody who knows where it is.
I should also show you where this magic happened. There may still be
There was magic?
They performed some sort of magic, and some strange creature, a very tall person in dark clothing. See, of course, he doesn't think these are like monsters, or he's got a rational scientific explanation. So,
okay. Could you roll persuasion for me, please?
A 17.
He has like a half smile. He's been listening, and he's been nodding. And for the most part, it seems to be sort of, Zaffre won't get this, but to anyone else, probably to Ag and Noki and Meeza, it might seem as if he's sort of humoring you. But he'll sort of say, right, well, it seems to be a quiet day anyway. Roderick, you hear like some. All right, you still there. Right, okay. Lead the way. You're at the alley. You're at the alley, and you are gathered around this crate that this hooded figure sort of moved to conceal.
And he's going to try and push it out of the way.
Oh, okay. I think this would be a strength, wouldn't it? Yeah, strength. Oh, you do very well. You do very well.
To the gun show.
I think you skid a little bit first go, but then you're able to sort of very slowly shift it off. What you see on the ground is again, it's sort of Zaffre. You see a whole sequence of a whole series of concentric circles, and there's circles within circles. It seems to be there's no symbols, there's no letters or numbers or anything. It just seems to be a lot of circles. What we could do is I'll ask the magic users because again, Zaffre just narratively is at a disadvantage. You recognize that it is magic because you saw it work that way, but you wouldn't know what kind of magic it is or anything. So I'll ask the three of you, Meeza, Ag, and Noki, to roll. I would say Arcana. Yes.
Can I do something else?
Yes. Sure.
Can I cast detect magic?
You can cast detect magic. Absolutely. Okay. Well, we'll just Noki doesn't.
That's
know,
a
but-
natural one. I know nothing.
I know nature
How
magic,
much-
nothing else.
How much-
It's
Are
not a
you
plan.
sure this is a magic circle, Zaffre? It doesn't seem very magical to me.
How long do we have? Can I cast it as a ritual? Do we
How long
have
does
10
it-
minutes?
That's
10 minutes. Sure.
Yay.
yeah.
I am the creator of this world. It's a homebrew world. It takes less than 10 minutes. I've decided.
Hey.
You can do it right away. Just happens.
Okay. If I can sense magic in this way, I can see a faint aura around any creature or object in the area that bears magic, and I learn a school of magic, if any.
So do we have do me and Noki light up as well? Because we're innately magical. Well, I'm innately
Probably.
magical.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meeza,
So like
you,
mine's all
you-
chaotic.
Yeah.
yeah. Meeza seems to be emitting like sort of a weird shimmering aura of pink and
Sparks.
silver and yeah. Noki is sort of just like a spore-filled cloud of purple.
Oh, that's
with
adorable.
shimmering lights in it. This circle, the glow it's emitting is a little bit fractured because a lot of it has been scuffed out. But the bits that are remaining are emitting sort of magical traces, and you're not entirely sure. I guess it would be evocation. I'm unfortunately I'm not as well versed in the sort of the D&D schools of magic. But it's okay. It's okay because you get the feeling that this was used as a kind of a summoning spell, or almost a kind of transportation spell. Something that wasn't here was brought here for a brief period of time.
They made something come here. I don't know this type of magic, but something came here from somewhere else. It could have been from somewhere in the city or somewhere we can never see. I don't know. But something came here.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. And I sort of look at the guardman.
Garrett sort of removes his helmet and kind of just scratches the back of his head and says, well, I'll take your words for it. I don't know. I didn't know anything about magic myself, but it certainly looks like it.
Yes.
And
I saw the large hand, I imagine, belonged to some sort of very large person. Reach through and take the spices that were stolen from Sir Candle's shop.
all right, the spice merchant. Right, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make a note of your description of the. Unfortunately, it isn't a lot to go on. I'm sure you understand. It's just a shadowy figure, but I'll make a note of that. I'll do my best and try and copy this symbol. I'm not really good at drawing, but I can. Oh,
I can help you. I'm
All right.
apparently very good at drawing.
okay. If you want to roll for performance with with advantage.
With advantage, okay.
Yeah, because we've established you're an artist, so.
It's a 9.
Oh no!
9.
I think even Garrett can tell it's not sort of, yeah, you draw. Maybe you draw half of it and then you just
I
write.
draw the magic things I see, just all sort of the glow around it, but it's completely useless.
Because only you can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He still takes the piece of paper and says, "Oh, right. I'll have a go as well. You've inspired me. I think I'll have a go myself. But I've got your description, Zaffre. I'll make a note of this, and then I'll go and speak with Mr. Candle, and see if he can tell me some more about this spice that was stolen." And,
Do you want us to go and talk to the small hatchling child?
Yes, let us go to the woods. Where are the woods?
Wait, hold on. The small what? I don't understand.
The small hatchling child, that's brother is in the gang. He lives, he said it's called a florist. He lives above a florist shop in the square.
Okay. I think we established that Zaffre has recounted his story. I don't think any of you mentioned any of this to get. So he is completely.
So now I recount everything
yeah.
that Demo told me.
I think you can. I think you've got what you need from Demo. If you want to go and retrieve these lost items, that's fine. Just don't do anything violent. They're just kids.
Oh, of course.
Misguided, but if you want to go and investigate the woods, that's fine. It is just me and Yanis here, so I'm afraid I can't send anyone to escort you. But by all means, if you've got a lead, pursue it.
We have no direction. We just know.
I'll ask the guard for some directions in the general, like in the to how to get to sort of the general area, and then we'll look from there.
Yeah, it's almost back. It's sort of near from where you entered the town. It's a bit further north, and it's effectively you just keep going away from the sort of the center of town through the more sort of residential area until you'd get to some more little orchards and tiny sort of homesteads, and then eventually you would get to the edge of this woods, which you also have a description of and an idea of from Rhea, who sort of pointed it out to you when you were right next to it. When you were picking the oranges, she sort of pointed it out. The four of you are standing. It's now a lot quieter. Obviously, there's hardly any noise here except for birds singing.
This is better. What time of day are we pushing? I mean, I feel like we've accomplished a lot today. What time of day are we pushing when we get to the woods?
I think it's probably coming up to noon because you left quite early, and all of this has really been in the morning, and you've been sort of running around a lot. And because you split up, a lot of this has actually been simultaneous. So yeah, so you are all standing. It's a beautiful sunny day. The birds are singing, and in front of you are a lot of trees.